After Sringeri Temple Darshan, we continued our journey to the next destination. Now we are going to Varanga. Varanga is situated 54 kilometers from Sringeri. We need to drive through 14 hairpin bends through the Agumbe Ghat section. When we pass the Agumbe Ghats, after 3 kilometers, we will reach Ballabi, a small beautiful village where Sida Nadi is flowing through. There is an old iron bridge parallel to the newly constructed bridge across the Sita Nadi. I walked through the old bridge and captured few visuals of the Sita Nadi and the bridge. We continued our journey from here. It is another 14 kilometers to reach Varanga. Varanga is a village in Hebri Taluk in Udupi district. It is located at a distance of 373 kilometers from Bengaluru, 54 kilometers from Sringeri and 39 kilometers from Udupi. This village is found on the way from Agumbe to Karkala. We are in Varanga now. After Sringeri Temple Darshan, we directly came to Varanga. Here we are going to visit Varanga Kare Basadi, which means a temple located middle of a lake. This is a old Jain temple which is located in Varanga village near to Karkala. This beautiful village houses most ancient and wonderful basadis, Jain temples. The main attractions of Varanga are Kere Basadi and Neminatha Basadi. The Kere Basadi means lake temple, a 12th century temple situated in the middle of a lake. And the only way to reach this marvelous house of tranquility is by a small boat. The Mool Nayak of the temple is Parshunatha, the 23rd Tirthankara. The temple is built in Chadurmukha style, having 4 entrances and a Chadurmukha idol with images of Parshunatha, Neminatha, Shantinatha and Anantanatha. Hence this temple is also called Chadurmukha Basadi. The temple also houses an idol of Padmavati. According to beliefs, performing puja here brings prosperity. There is also a ritual for people to visit the shrine before marriage. As per popular belief, the falling of flower from the right side of the idol is a blessing. Anakare village of Hassan district has a replica of this shrine erected in the 15th century.
बोला है ना मोटा एड़ा जा आके मारने का ना दाई आंसर के बाहर दिखने बोला देख लो एक तो उनको करना नहीं
A ticket for the 100-meter boat ride cost only rupees 20. This Kare Basadi has a history dating back over 850 years. The images of the 4 Jain deities installed in the temple face the north, east, west and south. All of these deities, the Parshunatha, Anantanatha, Shantinatha and Naiminatha are sculptured in the Kayosarga posture. Set against a lush green backdrop, the lake surrounding the temple is a picture of attractive beauty. Water lilies covers the surface, while freshwater fish, turtles and other forms of aquatic life live underwater. While you are taking a boat ride across the lake, don't forget to feed the fish. The history of Varanga goes back to the ancient times, and it appears to be one of the earliest Jain settlements in this region. The Naiminatha temple of Varanga is said to have been established by a king called Varangaraja. The Jain Mada or monastery of Varanga is a branch of the Homcha Jain Mada and is said to have belonged to an ancient tradition. Homcha, also known as Hambuja, is an ancient Jain heritage center in the Shimoga district of Karnataka, with its history dating back to the 7th century. Now we are going to the Naiminatha Basadi, lies opposite to the lake temple and just near to the Jain Mada. This is 1200 years old temple dedicated to Naiminatha or Naimishwara. It is still functional with continuing active worship and religious rituals. This is an east-facing temple set in a large enclosure surrounded by high walls with two entrances. The main entranceway at the east side of the enclosure walls of the temple's courtyard, through which we entered, is a quite large entrance porch
which opens up to the inner courtyard of the temple. After spending good time here, we moved on to our next destination towards Karkala side.
We stopped for filling diesel. From here we are going to the very old St. Lawrence Church near to Karkala. It is around 15 kilometers from here. We stopped here for filling diesel. Today's diesel rate is
85 rupees.
40 paise. The place name is Ajakar near to Karkala. ಶಮಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾ?
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ.
ನಾವು ಈಗ ವೆರಿ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಸೇಂಟ್ ಲಾರೆನ್ಸ್ ಚರ್ಚ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. We are now in front of St. Lawrence Church. This church is near to Karkala. The place name is Attur. This church is commonly known as Attur Church. So we are going to visit this church now. After that, we will go to our next destination. We are planning to go to Padubidri Beach. Before that, we will have our lunch from any nearby restaurant.
St. Lawrence Shrine Basilica or Attur Basilica is a Roman Catholic church in Karkala. It was built in the year 1759 and is supposed to be the site of many miracles. This church is widely acclaimed as having the power to intercede with God, attracts not only the residents of Udupi but also pilgrims from all parts of India. Attur Church is situated on the outskirts of Karkala, around 58 kilometers from Mangaluru. There is a holy pond in the premises of this church by the name Pushkarani. The pond is always full of water. The water is believed to have a miraculous healing effect and is said to have been produced many healings. Hence, most of the pilgrims make it a point to visit this pond. We spent some good time here. Now we are going to our next destination. After driving 26 kilometers, we stopped in Nandikar for our lunch break. Hotel My Home, a small restaurant where we had the traditional Mangalore style fish meals. Now we are going to Padubidri Beach. I will add the visuals of Padubidri Beach and other beaches in Mangaluru in my next episodes.
This is the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. In the Padubidri Beach. It's got Blue Flag certified. See the lighthouse.